Good afternoon, Vietnam, baby. It's a good afternoon. We've got news. It's a beautiful day. I mean, we're up 3%. We're at $5.90, almost $6 right now. We've got news, and I got a couple pieces of news for you today, and I've got some interesting stuff for you today, actually, believe it or not. So we got the news today, right? The leukemia stuff, whatever, right? I already talked about that. You know, Sapphire's better. Sapphire good. Fish and karyotyping, CMA bad, right? The typical stuff. But it's good evidence. But what I actually found here today, it wasn't that hard to find. I mean, I'm sure most of you know about this already, but 40 subjects, 40 ALL subjects. That's a type of leukemia, to my understanding. 40 of those subjects whose samples were analyzed. So I just want to do a little quick calculation on how much money we made just off of this right here. So to give you a little bit of perspective as to what we're doing almost every day, right? Every single week, I mean, if not every single day, we're getting samples are being done, genomes are being analyzed with the Sapphire. We're getting the money and the revenue is coming in. All right, so if we do 40, now if we take so 40 people, right, we can assume that there's one genome per each person, subject, right? So you times that by the 450 to 550 per genome fee that you have to pay, and we can get a small amount of the money, a small piece of the pie that they're getting through every single Sapphire use, essentially, right? Or at least something like that, okay? So if we do the average $500, you're looking at $20,000, okay? BIOL just got $20,000 just in this one thing, right? Okay, I just want to give you a little bit of perspective, right? That sounds pretty good. Does that sound a lot? Does that sound like it's going to make a difference in the quarter's earnings? Not really, but when you factor in this stuff is happening every single day almost. If not, I mean, yeah, this is happening every single day. The samples are being analyzed, the chips are being bought, Sapphires are being rented, the genome commitments are happening, and the samples and the volume are high. That's all it is. That's all it is. Now, we're up 3% of the day, 2.5% of the day right now, consolidating for the next run, in my opinion. Now, if we look at the chart here, we're looking at a damn cup and handle, my friends. Look at this. We're looking at a nice, sweet, pretty nice, pretty sexy cup and handle, right? Look at this shit. That's as simple as it gets. Now we're getting a little bit of a handle, and what's the breakout? What's the price target, Brandon? You look at a nice price target, okay? You look at the price target is... It's above $6, right? It's probably like $6.10, $6.15. I can do the exact math here if we actually break out. But right now, I don't want to draw it up yet to jinx us, because oftentimes I draw it up and then it just completely breaks it. So I'm just going to leave it for now. But that's something right now. That's something that it could be. But yeah, and otherwise we have the short. Oh yeah, and we have this. And this is actually really cool. We haven't even talked about this yet, have we? But we have the primary duty and responsibility of this new job listing. I have not seen this before. You got to be really careful with these job listings. I think, I could be wrong on this. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but dude, the listings, the dates are so weird. They glitch. They mess. They will make the exact same thing. Like this one right here. Yeah, this one right here, bioinformatics scientist posted 2 days ago. There will be new stuff here, but the 29 results, it will not change. Plus, we already knew about this one for a while now, right? But this one, I have not seen this one before, and it was posted 1 day ago. So if we look at the responsibility, this is what's really interesting. If we look right, good afternoon, Brando. Rip Boomstick. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Boomstick, you still have. I hope you didn't sell. Boomstick, tell me what you did. Boomstick, my friend. But if we look at the responsibility, oversee daily operations of lineage event. Okay, whatever. We don't care about this one. What we care is this: ensure the creation and implementation of a strategy designed to grow the business. Right now, we're not even talking about the Sapphire here. We don't even mention lineage very much on this channel, or at least day to day we don't. That's a subsidiary of BIOL. We acquired them in August last year. They bring in about, to my estimations, to my understanding, about 700K, 700,000 big ones each quarter. You're that right. So they're bringing in what? 1.4, almost 3 million a year right now. Now, if we were to grow these guys, their business a while, imagine what that's going to do to these. Oh, I had this pulled up. To these estimates right here. Hold on, let me get it up here. The estimates are not even going to compare to the actual numbers, right? The projections are going to be bearish, and I made that video a while ago talking about the bear case and the base case, and why this base case right here, right, is closer to the bear case, this one right here. Simple as it gets. Now, price action today, we're at, what, 592 right now. High growth is giving us the chance to run, and we're running, and we got a picture perfect balance of a 200-day SMA. All right, if we look at the chart here, guys, follow me here. Why is there no viewers in here right now? God, why do we have 40 viewers? That's less than normal even. All right, well, if we look at the 2200 SMA, look at this shit. All right, come on, it's a perfect bounce. That's a perfect bounce. And people were So many people sold out today when we were at that support level. I don't know. That's fine. You guys do what you got to do. You guys do what you got to do. All the fallen warriors and brothers out there that sold BNGO and lost and and let the panic and fear and the shorts beat them. I hope you live and learn, but I hope you get back on the train in the fight for glory, my friends. Not okay, that's not. But back at the Fellowship of the Sapphire, get back with your true friends, because we are here for you, my friends. If there's anyone like that, Boomstick, are you there, my friend? Where are you? Boomstick said he's a bull now, right? Boomstick, what? I don't know what to say. Here, let's just do this. No, I can't type. There we go. Boomstick, what's going on? Yes, that's good. Yeah, and it was good news today. If there's anyone just getting in right now, we got good ass news today, man. We got good news. Look at this. This is beautiful. We got Lineage and it looks like they have, and guys, all right, if you didn't figure this out, right? Okay. It doesn't take a genius, but they have, it looks like they have a strategy that is designed to grow Lineage's business, right? So that's absolutely beautiful. And okay, accomplish Lineage's objectives by establishing plans, budgets, and results measurements, allocating resources, reviewing progress, and making mid-course corrections. Clinical, operations, billing, marketing, and sales, baby. Simple as it gets. It's business expansion. There's no other way to say it. We got a picture-perfect balance today. The Russell is holding support. A lot of people are becoming a lot. I don't know if that's true. I haven't looked at the Russell chart yet, but or at least in a while, since the last stream. But what I'll say is, so many people. The sentiment change from this morning pre-market to now is it's almost egregious, It's like, what the hell? It's like, dude, this just. I mean, if there's any new people out there, I hope you learned a lot today. That they and the lesson, if you didn't realize it, it's that people's sentiment change like that, and they don't care. People have a hard time in the aggregate separating the company from the stock, and if the stock goes down, they hate it. If the stock goes up, they love it. That's why you overcorrect when you go up that's why you go up more than you should and go down more than you should, and that's why there's corrections in the opposite direction sometimes. All right. Brandon, YouTuber stating August 12th earnings date. Was that announced? Did I miss that? No, you did not. No, absolutely not. I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers trying to, but no, there is not an announcement from the company, to my understanding, of the earnings for BNGO. No, August 12th is going to be the estimated date right now, but we don't actually know. They haven't actually confirmed it yet for us, right? And if anyone's just getting in here right now, what is the news today, Brandon? Why are you streaming so early, buddy? What are you doing? Well, I guess not really. Well, the true reason is because we're green, right? We're finally green. Come on, how can we not? We're having a good time. You got to enjoy the green days while we're here, right? While you get them, you got to enjoy them. But I wanted to make the point that we got great news. All right, is this great? Hold on, let me back up there. Is it great news? Maybe not great news, but it's business expansion, baby. As a shareholder, there's nothing else you want. This is pretty much as good as it gets. Obviously, Nano's a commercial release. I guess that'd be technically better. But you love to see that they have a strategy designed to grow the business. And this isn't even for Sapphire. This isn't even for Sapphire sales. This is for Lineage, man. This is daily operations of the Lineage division. So, and I know some people are probably wondering, Brandon, it doesn't even say Lineage in here on the second bullet point. What are you talking about? The listing is for Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where our Lineage and subsidiary business is. We acquired them in August of last year, my friends. August. Let me pull this mic up so I can actually talk easier. I have a hillbilly setup. The setup is very low budget. I think this. Whatever. You don't want to hear it. But 594 right now, up almost 3% on the day. And look at this beautifulness right here. Look at this. Everything is red. Everything's death and carnage except BNGO. Right? Not everything, right? But if you just look right here, okay, we're outperforming and kicking Nano Dimension's ass. All right, I don't have anything. I don't peculiarly have a bear case against Nano Dimension, but I'm not going to deny it feels good to see BNGO up 3% almost, while Nano Dimension is just getting their ass kicked. Right? It's great to see. I have to admit, it's absolutely great. People are like fish; they flip flop, bullish to bearish, and vice versa when they are uncomfortable. Take not Mr. Boomstick. Mr. Boomstick is fine. I don't believe that Boomstick sold out. He said he was going short or something. He said I don't even know. I think he said he was going short, but I don't know if he said he sold out. I don't believe that Boomstick sold out this morning. I don't believe it. I cautioned him against it. I've cautioned him against it for the last 3 weeks. I've been wrong, but it looks like today I was right. At least short term. We'll see how this ages, right? I'm going to be popping bottles with Eric Holman. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will, my friend. I tell you what, we're going to get, if it ever happens, right? It's funny. Guys, remember, right now, we're all happy because we're green, and a lot of us bought the dip this morning. We'll see how it ages, right? If at the end of the day, high growth goes down more, we're going to get decimated again, right? But long term, yeah, we are going to be popping bottles with Eric Helmman and all of the Fellowship of the Sapphire at the party at our own little meet and greet, whatever the hell it is, whatever you want to call it, party. Of the Fellowship of the Sapphire, whenever BNGO hits like what 25, 20, 50, I don't know. Most people say 100. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm totally for that, and we'll try to get him there. I don't want him there, honestly. I want him to just develop the company. But all right, I think he's sold out. If not, he would be here. He's here every stream. Boomstick, you're still my favorite. Oh no, that really makes me sad if that's true. Oh no. That makes me really sad because Boomstick's been here for so long. I don't believe that. You know what? I'm not gonna let myself get depressed about that until he confirms it, or until, yeah, no, I'm not going to dampen the stream because of that. All right, here we go. If anyone's just getting in right now, we got a couple new pieces of news. I want it here. Let me do some quick math here. All right, feel free to click off if you already were here and you already saw this. I think it's pretty cool to know, though, right? $20,000, baby, in sales. That's what we've got based on this right here. They just tweeted this out. 40 ALL subjects, a type of leukemia, to my understanding, of these subjects, 40 subjects, right? You're looking at 40 human genomes. Now, if you know that we charge at $450, the $550 fee for every single genome analyzed, you can do the math here, and even I can. That's how I can do the math, right? I mean, okay, I'm not good at math. You can't even look at me with a big ass forehead like this. No way. 40 times 500. That's the average. 450, 500, 550. You get 20,000 big ones, and that's just one study. Do you know how many of these that are coming out left and right? And do you know how many of these are not actually being released to the public? How many of the data that are just they're keeping it and they're putting it in their file cabinets? You know what I mean? They're not releasing everything that they find, because a lot of the stuff that they find, a lot of the procedures that they're doing, they're not tweeting out about this. Okay, how many sales this quarter? Let me go right here. Let me go to the quarter two. I got to bookmark this. I use it so many times. Bookmark it right now. This right here. How many sales? We already know about, like, what? Every single quarter there's already like 5 to 10 to 15 sales and rental agreements that we don't have a clue about. How many freaking studies do you think? How much volume do you think we don't know about? A ton. And my opinion is that the consumable revenue this quarter is likely going to be kick ass, simply for the fact that we've seen the proclivity for studies and sales that we know about before quarter two earnings report. Is what the proclivity is, like, astronomically higher than any other earnings ever in the history of BNGO. Simple as it gets. 595 right now, up 3%. All right, Brandon, how do you have such a strong hairline? I'm losing mine. At least I can get a nice hair transplant with my BNGO profits. my friend, I'm not that old yet. I'm not that old, my friend. If there's any new viewers here, as if there was any new viewers. I'm in college, my friends. I'm sure you know that, Jake, my friend. That's funny, though. That's funny. Okay, got the Russell 2000. Been sinking the past 3 weeks, still going down today, and we are going up. Good sign for BNGO. Yeah, I know. Yes. Prenatal assay comes out in quarter three. I think is that the one? Hold on, let me. I don't want to say if it's wrong. All right, let me go up here. Okay. Yes. Prenatal assays, and expansion of the menu of pediatric assays. Yes. And the assays are a good thing, by and large. Yes, I'm not an expert on them, but it's pretty, yeah, they're good to see. And is this going to be, I honestly, to be honest with you, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a geneticist, but the LDTs, laboratory developed tests, and the PLA codes, the proprietary laboratory analyses, all that stuff, those are more important than the assays, in my opinion. I don't know. Okay, you tell me if you're a scientist, if you work every day with sapphires, right? You tell me if you know better than I do. I'm not a scientist, my friends. All right, BNGO is sponsoring some studies for market penetration, right? Yes, kind of. That based on that doesn't necessarily directly correlate to sales. Yeah, no, of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. I hope you're not under the impression that I'm claiming that just because we have 5 large clinical studies, we're going to get a thousand sapphires installed in a year. No, I'm not saying anything like that. But they are definitely likely to help. Absolutely, it makes it way more auspicious, right? Makes it way more auspicious to get those sales in, get high amount sales, and succeed. It's way more auspicious if we do get those marketing. And I think it's my opinion that those 5 large clinical studies, well, I won't go to the quote right now, but the 5 large clinical studies, I think, based on some C-suite members and based on logic, and cash, maybe the 5 large clinical studies the sole reason of that. Although marketing, sales, yes, it's FDA approval evidence. It's the data that they need for FDA approval. They're gathering that through the 5 large clinical studies. That would make perfect sense. Maybe not, right? Total speculation, but that would make perfect sense, would it not? I said before opening bell on Discord, I had an 83% chance to hit 594, and there we go. Oh, nice, man. I didn't see that. Nice job, though. Nice job, man. That's awesome. Your software is legit. I've seen a couple of your predictions that they've been right. Can you zoom out of the chart and do a little technical analysis for us to see what we can expect for near future? Well, what I'll say is this, right? This is what I'm going to be talking about today for the technicals. This is the main thing that I care about today. The thing that's different today than all the other days is that we finally, I mean, technically speaking, this is the first time we've actually touched the 200-day simple moving average in this entire year. Okay, think about that. You're looking at 7 months. We have not touched this. One of the most important moving averages. Definitely one of the most important ones. We bounced off it perfectly. We've got a bullish engulfing candle. This could be the start of something, but at the end of the day, honestly, okay, you know what it comes down to. You know what it comes down to, right? Everybody in the dog knows at this point, right? Earnings and high growth. That's what it mostly is at a time like this. But obviously, we could start outperforming because our technical setup looks a little bit more favorable than most other high growth stocks. That's absolutely on the table. But it's just hard. It's hard to say, and I don't. It's hard for me to make. It's hard for me to say what I'm really thinking right now. I guess we're green. I guess some people like me think I'm a genius today, but by and large, we've still gotten killed, right? Just because we're green today, 3% doesn't mean that everybody's not hurting, right? I'm hurting, right? I'm technically right now I'm in the green, right? I'm in the green by a couple cents. Okay, by like 4 cents, right? My average, you can see my average right there. It's literally right there. I mean, we'll see. I'm flipping in between green and red every second now. So. The question long term, will BNGO escape market momentum? If market keeps going down, stays bearish, BNGO won't escape it. Now, today, it seems BNGO has escaped it, in part because the whole sector has. That is the question of the century, and that's what we were talking about earlier, right? Can the correlation and the tether between BNGO and the broader markets, can that decrease? Can that eradicate? Like, I hope it eradicates, because otherwise we're essentially screwed to a point if the markets were to do the bear case and effectuate that horrible bear case scenario. That would be god-awful. That's why we have buying power, my friends. That's why I'm still holding on the UVXY, right? It's up 25%. Some people were probably wondering, Brandon, why didn't you sell UVXY? You already were up like 30%. 30%, yeah, why are you not selling this shit? Well, for a couple of reasons, but mostly because the market crash and market correction, the bear case has not even started yet. If it's going to happen, I'm not saying the markets are going to crash. I'm just saying there's a scenario where the markets do, I mean, not necessarily crash, but go down another 15, 20%. Yeah, maybe, okay, hell, maybe even higher than that. But that's I don't know. I don't see that. But I don't know if I see that stuff happen. I don't know the likelihood percentages. Okay, it's very the macroeconomics is like the most open to interpretation and also complex if you want it to be studied there is. All right, I'm convinced it is. There's a thousand variables in the broader markets. But anyways, there's a possibility that we go way down and BIOL could be pulled with it. What we want as investors, what we want as BIOL bulls is to see BNGO say, screw you guys. I'm not going to move with you. I'm going to move by myself because I'm cooler than everybody else, which is absolutely true. And do days like today, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be green every single day. It just has to be when the markets pull back, we don't want to pull back with it. When the markets pump, we don't want to pump with it. We don't want our only hope to be the markets pumping. We want to move by ourselves. We want to be determined by the investors of BioNano and the optical genome mapping space, not the damn markets, right? We don't have anything to do with these guys. We're out here getting sales of the Sapphire, trying to revolutionize healthcare. Why are we moving with them? Okay, well, there's plenty of answers to that, right? Where high growth stocks move very similarly this entire year and before that. For a long time they have. And BioNano is just, unfortunately it's in that category right now. All right. But it can, and hey, at any point, remember, I mean, technically speaking, I don't know if this is going to happen. I hope it does, right? I don't know if I'm being a little wishful here, wishful thinking. But hey, any day we could start moving by ourselves like CTSR did and was and kind of is right now. Not really anymore. It looks like not today at least. But CTSR, if you've been following that for months, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That CTSR does not give a shit what the markets do, not at all. At least not historically. This year, most of this year at least. All right. Last night I had a dream that BNGO hit $100. So I guess that this is a sign that BNGO will moon this week. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If BNGO earnings are great, we will have major short squeeze up to 20 to 30, which would be awesome and long overdue. I don't know about 20 and 30. The only way, 20 and 30, we would have to have NAM as a commercial release or be profitable or get like 10 million a quarter or some shit. That's insanity. 20 and $30, that's not going to happen. Now, $10 is absolutely realistic if earnings were to go great and the markets were to do good. Shorts start covering it, absolutely. We can go 100% up. $15, that can happen. $20, that can probably happen by end of year. I don't know. Higher than that, it gets a little bit tricky. I would say that's just me. No one knows what's gonna. Let me let you in on a little secret, my friends. If you're mad at me, no one knows for sure what's gonna happen. All right, crypto market is also the sea of red. Is in a sea of red. Roll over in the BNGO. Squeeze the damn shorts. Yeah, that's damn. I hope so. There are over 15K units of puts at $5 and $6 by August 20th. So lots of short pressure. Let's check the open interest here. Okay, so for puts, yeah, there's. Typically buy on in. Look at the $5 strike puts. Usually the open interest is way higher on the call side. Today, right now, there's a lot. I guess it's kind of close to even. I guess it might be a little bit more puts. I do like to see that a lot of people have out the money, $8 out the money for August. I like that personally. I actually do like that. I like this option right here, and especially the $7, $8 strike for August. I like that, and the reason why I like that is because earnings is coming up, and it's likely going to be released before August. But do what you got to do, right? 10,000 shares bought at $5.93, by the way. Brandon 2024. That's funny. Holy muck, almost missed a stream. Yeah, if anyone's just getting in right now, we do have news, baby. We do have news. We have this bad boy right here, which we already talked about, but if we actually do a little bit more digging here, we didn't have to do much digging, right? All we had to do was go to the Twitter. And you can see there's 40 subjects in the ALL, which is a leukemia type, to my understanding, right? Those subjects, there's 40 of them, right? AKA, if you don't want to read, if you don't want to understand how I got to this, whatever, you just want to take my word for it. It's pretty simple. Anyways, $20,000 is essentially what we got off this today, or at least whenever the contract was signed. Was that during quarter two, a couple days ago, this week, whatever? I don't know when it was, but either way, we're getting money. We're getting thousands of dollars, and I want to make the point and put it into perspective. Every single time you see one of these, we're getting something. This is just something, this is how much we got just from the fee on per genome fee. That's how much we're getting. And this stuff's happening left and right. This stuff's happening every day. So you like to see it. It's good to see. 591 right now, up 2.5% almost. And the short interest is, last update on the short interest is about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, and Boomstick. Where's Boomstick? We need Boomstick. Somebody, we think he might have sold out. That's not what we want. Short interest is up 4% of the day, about 20% of the flow, right? 52 million. You're still looking extremely high. It doesn't really matter where we're going day to day or the borrowed shares necessarily, at least in my opinion. What we want to know, why we go over the short interest so much, at least why I do it, is because if this is super high like it is right now, all it takes is one catalyst and we're done. Well, not we're done. I shouldn't say that. That's extremely bullish. I'll say this: one good catalyst, some of them will cover. It's inevitable. A fair amount of them will most likely cover, right? At least some of them. And the reason is because a lot of these guys are shorting because they think the company sucks ass. Once they see that the company that does not suck ass, why not be the first one to cover? Why not just get out before the margin calls come? That's as simple as it gets. So if it's extremely high, and if we do have earnings on the horizon, technically speaking, yes, short squeeze possibility. Yes, it's there. It would have to be a damn good revenue beat. It would have to be, I say in my estimates here, it's got to be, technically speaking, if we get this, even if we get this, if they say something about nanonails, okay, boom, there we go, 100%. But I don't know. The base case is 4 million. This is bull case. This is the squeeze time, right? 6.1 million. That's your squeeze time, right? We're going to $15. Simple as it gets. 592. Boomstick. Brand, I've covered my short. I still am down 40% in my long account though. See, I told you guys Boomstick didn't sell. Boomstick, you didn't sell, did you, my friend? You didn't sell. Some people were selling. I think one of our other OGs, Sensei Souls. Let me scroll up here. I think it was Sensei Souls, my friend. Yeah, it was Sensei, I think. Or so, yeah. Yeah. I don't think you sold. Boomstick is too good to be selling. I don't think he did. Boomstick, clarify if you sold, my friend. I don't believe you did. I think you're still with us. You're still down 40% in your long account. No, I would never sell. I shorted than my day trade account, though. Okay, makes sense. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, hey, you can't win them all. You learned something, right? Just got bad, Brandon. Appreciate the recap. Oh, of course, Aaron. Down 50%, holding on to 8,500 shares. That's about 6,000 more than me. Salute to you for having that much, right? I wish I had that much. Anyone just getting it right? Oh, yeah, also this, right? I didn't even talk about this. We got a general manager hiring listing, and this is a new one. I did, to my understanding, LinkedIn is very weird, or BioNano is very weird. Something's weird. And they do the same exact postings. They post them, like, periodically. Half of them that say, like this one, they say 2 days ago, it's not actually new. So you gotta be careful. But anyways, to my understanding, I check this every day because I'm a freaking nerd. I have nothing else better to do, right? And this one's new. I haven't seen this one before. Salt Lake City, Utah. Why does this matter, Brandon? Why are you talking about this? It's just a listing. It doesn't matter. Well, it's something new. And we're talking about Lineagen, our subsidiary, a BioNano subsidiary, baby. This is one that we acquired. This is a business that does autism and neurodegenerative developmental diseases. Diagnosis, treatment, to my understanding. They do a lot of different stuff. I'm not an expert. I still have yet to finish. I have yet to finish my Lineagen section in here on my due diligence. But anyways, we have this right here, which this excites me, okay? Just imagine, okay, let me just read to you. Ensure the creation and implementation of a strategy designed to grow the business. Lineagen. Imagine if Lineagen revenue right here, this CAGR of 40%, imagine if that jumps up to a 50% or a 60%, or even, hell, what if it's higher than that, right? Can you imagine what that's going to do to when profitability comes for BioNano? More importantly, right, for some of you out there that just wants the ape language, can you imagine what this plan may do to the stock price? We're talking moon time. If we can if that can significantly increase, that's definitely going to mean moon time long term, right? Definitely, right? Right now we're making what? It's going to be $3.5 million for the year. That's our estimation. I said we're making about $700K a quarter. All we need, right? Imagine if we just get the bear case. Imagine this, okay? Bear case scenario for the Sapphires, right? 1.75 million. Okay, and let's say that you're going to get less than 700K for consumables. Let's just say for some reason consumables going to suck ass. Well, let's also say that Lineagen is going to start picking up the torch and that business expansion is going to start coming in. And of course, that's not priced in because no one else knows this shit. Okay? Otherwise, for whatever reason, the estimate is still $3.5 million. Lineagen comes in, they start making $1 million to $1.5 million a quarter. It's over. It's absolutely over. We're going up. We're never going to see fives again if that's the case. Now, I know I'm speaking like really, really bullish right now, but that's a fact, right? If we're going to consistently get significant revenue beats by a couple 100,000, if not higher than that, if Lineagen were to get a huge benefit in the revenue through something like a new plan to design to grow the bit that grows the business in a significant way, that's over. I mean, that's not over, but it's huge for the price and it's huge for the revenue. All right. At 20K to add if we think we're getting a run. Closing above 6 would be considered a win for the it would. Yeah, it would, absolutely would. If we can close above 6. Yes, 100% it would. We would love to close above 6. And the fact is, today we got a great bounce of a 200-day SMA, and we got a bullish engulfing candle pretty much. And we got a picture perfect bounce. I mean, this is exactly what you want. Last time we did something similar to this, 100% run in less than a month. Now we're setting up for the same thing. It looks like maybe at the end of the day, high growth and earnings, the bear case happens, we're gonna get obliterated. We're gonna get obliterated, my friends. But you guys know what I think about that stuff. But you need to understand the risks. Under promise, over deliver. Yep. There you go. Under promise, over deliver. Yes, sir. And I was talking about this cup and handle formation here that we do have right now, kind of, right? We have a bit of a cup and handle, and it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. We've got the handle right here, and the breakout is going to be nice if it's going to happen, right? And I didn't actually draw this up for a reason, because usually when I draw stuff up on the streams, it just dumps. It just completely doesn't even care about the lines or the supports, resistances, anything. So we're just going to leave it until we break out, if we break out, and then I'll go ahead and drop the price target exactly, which off the top of my head, that's going to be, I mean, it's not that hard math. It's going to be like 615, 620-ish. All right, that's just a general manager posting to imagine the team they already have in place for it. I know. I had the runs today, dropped about 20%. Still holding strong, all 78,000 shares. Losses down to 32% to, or yeah, 32%, yeah. Yeah, well, hey, and you guys know my thoughts on this. This is my attempt at telling the future, and of course, no one knows what the hell the future is going to bring, right? Good luck predicting the future. But this is my opinion. This is why I don't short-term trade this stuff, or at least buy on nano. You don't have a chance at predicting the run-up long-term, and it's my synthesis that I've created that I think long-term hodlers overall will make a lot more money in the aggregate than short-term traders on BNGO. There's no doubt in my mind, and for the simple reason of basically a couple things, and the main thing is just stupidity, essentially, in a way, and it's basically people neglecting the news or being ignorant of it, or not fully understanding it, because why did we go up to $15 on, a couple of presentations and a couple of confirmations that the Sapphire was so good, yet do nothing when the nanonozzle patents come out and the CEO talks about nanonozzle in a quote, right? I mean, he did. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, that was recently. Here, I'll go ahead and show it because no one believes me. I always struggle to find it. Here we go. Right here. This is a quote from the last earnings report. We also had an important patent issue that showed how different probes can be used to detect even more variants and possibly even single nucleotide variants. Now, you don't have, you tell me if I'm wrong on this, right? Feel free to correct me here, but to my understanding, that you don't have a chance in hell of detecting an SNV with the Sapphire. No, not a chance. That is nanopores added to the nanochannels, aka nanonozzle. Simple as it gets. There's no other way. The Sapphire, it can't even do 300 base pairs. It can't even do 200. It's not going to be able to do one base pair. It's not going to be able to do single nucleotide variants. There's not a chance. So there's only one explanation. Anyways, my point being, I think hodling long term is something you may want to consider if you're, just understand the advantages and disadvantages, I guess. Yeah. Everyone's different. You can make plenty of money both ways. You make plenty of money both ways. It depends on your risks and goals. How are we green today? Is this Sauron's dark magic? Oh man. I would say this is more like Gandalf's magic, helping us to go in the right direction, correcting towards our true value, whereas Sauron is like the shorts. Sauron's will is the short interest, baby. Sauron's will is the short interest. That's pretty much, yeah. And right now we're going up. We're going towards the correct value, but we're nowhere near it, in my opinion. That's just what I think. But right now we're up 3%. We got to enjoy it while we have it, right? 3% in the green is nothing to complain about. Code that bar coding, yeah, bar coding, baby, yes. Another barcoding day. Let's go. Another barcoding day. As if every day isn't barcoding. Yes, of course it is. Every day is barcoding, my friends. Agree, run-up will happen when you least expect it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You don't have a chance. It's my opinion. You don't have a chance predicting when the stock, if ever, I don't know if this is going to happen. I think it will. But when people are going to start getting their head out of their arse and realize this Sapphire system really is going to take and be installed in thousands of cytogenetic labs. This is a legit product, and the revenue is only going to increase. With the nanonozzle possibility and such and healthcare revolutions potentially happening because of the Sapphire, it's a no-brainer at this valuation. I don't care that we're trading at a high price-to-earnings ratio. I don't give a crap. Okay, we got the best product in the world for greater than 500 base pair detection. It's justified, no doubt in my mind. They got $360 million in cash. They got aggressive business expansion plans, and they're effectuating those as we speak. As we speak, no more offerings confirmed. No more offerings confirmed. What even is the bear case on BioNano these days? What even is it? I've never heard anyone say that they don't think the Sapphire is going to get a lot of sales. I've never heard that before. The only thing they say is we got a high price to earnings ratio, and it's like, dude, do you know how many stocks that you are not bearish on that have a high price earnings ratio, it's not coherence. You can't. I've never heard a coherent bear case actually. Now I've heard okay, don't mistake me for being all cocky just because we got one green day. No, I'm talking long term. And if you want to make a realistic case and be a slight bear, if you want to call yourself a bear, and say we're only going to hit $10 end of year, or we're not going to do anything this year, we're going to do something 5 years from now, that's when we're going to go to 20 and 50 and 100 and 300. All right, that's something different completely. But if you're like an actual bear and think this is overvalued, or it's not going to make you a lot of money if you hold for long term, that's I think that's pretty much impossible to do to make a coherent case for that. Anyways, all right, Tard with Confucius, he said, buy the dip and hold strong, future moon on the horizon. Oh, Confucius, man. I never read anything about him, but I know several quotes on the guy. Yeah, that's what needs to happen. Waking up to Sapphire's clear superiority, as well as more retailers and institutions opening it up to the genomic sector. Yeah, and that's one thing that that's actually an advantage, believe it or not. That's actually bullish for the genomic sector and BNGO as a whole. And the reason is because a lot of people write the genomic sector off because it's too complex. Why should I invest in a space that I don't understand when I can just invest in gaming or electric vehicles or whatever the hell it is, right? Once they realize that, yeah, these stocks do go up and these companies are not fraudulent, and hey, there's some money to be made here, they're going to start researching them, and I guarantee you a lot of them are going to see the Sapphire and be like, why have we gone from 1569 to 592? Nanonozzle's coming. Nanonozzle's coming, baby. And that's not the only reason, of course. All right. Demon Days album, Psycho, death metal music band. Metalcore is better. I'm a metalcore nerd. Everybody hates me. My metal friends. I don't have any. I have one metal friend, and he hates me because I like metalcore. Metalcore is the best. They write genomic off, but then invest in SPCE. I know. Yeah, they'll say Sapphire sucks, BNGO sucks, and then they'll go invest in some space company, in some super advanced technology or something, LiDAR, right? Microvision. It's whatever. Well, hey, at the end of the day, their ignorance is our gain because we just get a better buying entry point, right? 591 right now, about 2%. If anyone's just getting in here right now, as if, right? We got a new listing here, and this is talking about basically to spare you the details. Essentially, we're looking at a new listing that hints, and I would say pretty much is 100% clear evidence that they are trying to expand the lineage in business, which is a subsidiary of BioNano, right? Otherwise, we acquired them last year. We bought them out, and these guys are going to be, and this hiring right here gives me the extrapolation, the synthesis that Lineagen is going to be making potentially. Okay, who knows? This is speculative, right? Don't crucify me, please. Lineagen revenue, maybe you're going to get a CAGR compounded growth rate of higher than 40%. Maybe it's going to be closer to the 50, 60, maybe even higher than that percent range, right? Imagine what that would do for the stock price and the revenue. I mean, these are the kind of things that no one cares about, yet they will care about when they see the revenue numbers down the line. This is the kind of stuff that we know about because we have actually looked at their stuff, and they have no idea, and most people have no idea about, right? Kathy Wood, no fucking clue. All right, no disrespect. All right, not even Kathy Wood. Simon Barnett, no. Kathy Wood, whatever. Simon Barnett, no idea. No idea what's going on. Not a clue. He doesn't have a clue, right? Does he acknowledge that we're better than everything else? Does he acknowledge this article that we got today or last week, the peer-reviewed studies? No, he doesn't acknowledge them. He ignores them, my friends. That's what he does. So happy bought 500 at 544 and ended up a nice amount. Yeah, I bought 500. Yeah, that would be nice. I wish I bought 500. I only got 15. I got 15 shares in the pre-market at 541. Simon is so biased, it's hilarious. I know, it's hard to take the man seriously when you know he's already made commitments. There's already been previously made commitments. He's already got Pat Bio. He's already got money in Pat Bio. Like the man, I don't mean to degrade or disparage the man, but the thing is, I don't think he has the courage to admit he was wrong with BioNano. He doesn't have the courage to do it. I mean, everybody knows at this point. It's just common knowledge that we're better than the other methods in the aggregate. Overall, at greater than 500 base pair detection. It's been validated in every single thing. And, he said the other day when we were talking on Twitter, he's like, oh, the cost of goods sold and the cost per sample and all these random terms, I don't even understand some of them, right? I'm not a scientist. I'm not a geneticist. He knows some terms that I don't. Great job, Simon. That doesn't mean he's right. The fact is, one of his points was that he was saying that there's a lower cost per sample. We got a study today that is proving we got lower cost per sample. Reduction in cost by 50% per sample by using optical geomapping instead of the combination of traditional methods. Pair in the fact that we're going from 550 per genome. That's not the cost per sample. It's hard to calculate cost per sample. I'm a little bit confused by it, but the cost per genome is reducing from $550 down to bloody $100 by 2023 maximum. So it's for somebody to just deny that sapphire is cost effective like that. That's how you know. That's how you know, my friends. I'm going to jury, my friends. Jury University. The man's ego is too big with his Pat biopic. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't mean to disparage him, but like, you gotta. I mean, also, I would have respected him a lot more if he would have had the courage to come on here and do an interview, right? Remember, I asked him on Twitter. Everybody liked my. I was like, all right, if you're so confident, let's talk about it live. Let's do a live stream and an interview, right? I don't care. Okay, I am not a genius. I'm not a scientist, but I do think he's missing some things to the bio. I'd love to hear him. Love to hear what he thinks, because I don't know what he's doing. I don't know his epistemology essentially, but I asked him if he wanted to do it, and he said no. He said he's got compliance reasons or whatever the hell that means, right? That's what he said, quote, compliance reasons. So Simon Barnett, that's the ARK analyst, if you don't know what I'm talking about, right? I asked him to do an interview. Nope, didn't do it. But right now we're at 591, 2.5% in the green, 10,000 shares. Just bought 592. It's beautiful. Another 5,000, 592. Come on, how many shares did it take for us to go up 1 cent? Come on now. And the news today is very simple. I mean, I will spare you the details again, but yeah, that's pretty much the news today. Short interest is very high. We got a new manager. Lineage and expansion is maybe going to be happening. We got $20,000 from this. That's my calculation, right? I guess that could be wrong. Feel free to fact check me on it, right? That's the average. That's calculated by the average per genome fee of based on this study right here, and we're getting these every single day. Pretty much every single. Are we getting a study like this every single day? No, but they're happening, because I know for a fact the volume and the samples are happening. And how do you know that, Brandon? Well, because we get $700K in consumable revenue pretty much every quarter. And if we look right here, this is a better metric. Right? Okay, look at this. Okay, more than $700K a quarter. He's saying this is going to be 13 million. So he's saying this is actually going to be way more. But he's projecting total revenue is 22 million. So he's projecting a couple million a quarter in consumable revenue. Anyways, yeah, you get the gist, right? So we're getting, my point is that was just a point, that figure there is just putting into perspective how much money we're actually getting every few studies and every day, every study with the Savage system. That's why it's so lucrative. That's one thing that people don't understand. The business model of BNGO is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And what I mean by that is our reoccurring revenue. Right, it's not like somebody just buys a sapphire and then it's a one-time purchase, right? It sucks for them. I mean, it still makes sense for them. They're still saving money compared to other methods, of course, but it's great for us. It's great for the business and the profit margins, because with the higher sapphire, and this is what's so safe about it. This is why it's so easy to just say, I don't care about the stock price going down 10%, 5% today. I'm just gonna hold, because I know for a fact if the sapphires continue to get installed, if we continue even getting even let's say bear case, let's go to the bear case here. Not that. No, not that. Oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong thing. Here, let's go. Hold on, let me get it up. You know what? Screw that. Okay, just stay with visualization. Visualization. Sorry, 63% compound annual growth rate. Let's just imagine that is like 40%, right? Guess what? We're still going to be profitable down the line, and the reason is because this consumable revenue right here, it's only going to increase as long as the sapphires installed are only going to increase, right? The sales year to year are not necessarily guaranteed to, but overall the total revenue guaranteed, essentially. Like, assuming we sell one sapphire each year, essentially, at least, right? And we're selling more like 150. 200, 300, 1,000. And then you get 3,000 from 2029 to 2030. It's guaranteed increase, if that makes sense. Brandon, what are you going to do with your $1 million in 2026? You will find out, my friend. I'm sure you will find out. I hope you will, at least, if the future is kind to us. If destiny is kind to us, right, as Geralt of Rivia would say. Maybe. All right, I've got great white rocks running through my head. August 12th is the earning. Yeah, well, maybe. That's the estimated. They have yet to say it for sure. When is BNGO reaching $10, Brandon? That's a great question. I'll tell you what. If quarter two earnings is like this, if earnings is like this or like this, well, you might see it very soon. You might see it a lot sooner than expected. But that's just a possibility. I cannot predict the earnings numbers. I cannot. It's impossible. All right, just skip through a YouTube video of a guy basically saying squeeze after quarter two earnings up to $65. Is that wishful thinking? Yes, it is. Don't believe anyone saying 65. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. No. Is that a joke, my friend? No. Here, let me give you guys. This is important. I need to say this more often. We need to be realistic with our expectations, guys. Now, I've said for a while, my price target end of year, right, within the next, five and a half months, okay, $15 to $20. I would say, in my humble opinion, I would say that's realistic. I'd say that has a fairly good chance of happening. We could hit 10, we could hit lower than that. The chances of us hitting 25 or 30 end of year, they're not very good, right? There's probably less than a 5% chance. There's probably less than a 1% chance of that happening, to be honest with you. At least in my mind. Wish they would give us dividends, my friends. I honestly, well, that's fine if you want that. I honestly I just want them to focus their funding on smart things like the 5 large clinical studies. Get the FDA approval evidence ready. Get that happening within the next year, hopefully. At least, if not this year, if not starting this year, hopefully starting next year and finishing by 2023. Imagine this, guys. Imagine we're getting the FDA approval thing, and that's happening around 2023, 2024. Like, let's just say, okay, that brand, that sounds like a lot. Well, let me say, okay, we don't need FDA approval. We could, theoretically speaking, we could. This is realistic. I would say we could get 10,000 sapphires installed without FDA approval. Absolutely. Now, if we were to get FDA approval while becoming profitable, that's going to be like I don't even know what our market cap would be then, but we would definitely be getting a lot of hype and well earned hype and recognition for the stock price. So that's just something to keep in mind. That's going to be happening sometimes. All right, yes, Great White. I went to high school with the band's bassist. No way. I don't really know Great White, to be honest with you, but here, let me look them up real quick to see if I've seen them before. Real quick. If they're a metal band, I might know them. If not, American rock band. They look like hair metal almost, glam metal, 1990s, 1980s. That reminds me of Poison, honestly. I think as we went down too much and for too long, and the short exaggerated, we have a chance to make it more than $28 end of year as a counteract. $15 to $20 end of year would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice. Hell yeah, it would be. Didn't the bassist die in a fire in Rhode Island? For some reason, that reminds me of the, what do you call it? The Shutter Island or whatever it is with the DiCaprio. Do we have any news? Yes, we kind of do. Kind of. So basically, we have a new job listing. This was 1 day ago, and this is Salt Lake City general manager. And I'm very excited about this, actually, because it's something new. Also, it's impossible not to feel happy and to feel confident as a shareholder when you see stuff like business growth happening in a responsibility for a listing that just happened a day ago. So if we look down here, your responsibility, ensure the creation and implementation of a strategy designed to grow the business. And I know this is Lineage for the fact, not only because it says right here, Lineage Division, but it's based in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where our subsidiary Lineage, we acquired them. That's where they're going to be located at. So I love to see, and the reason why, and you're like, okay, Brandon, what's the big deal? It's growth, it's business plan, that's normal. Well, we're not accounting on that at all. We're counting and projecting a very small, relatively speaking, compared to the other metrics and other compounded growth rates. We're projecting a 40% CAGR for Lineage and revenue. Imagine if that was 50 or 60% because of whatever reason, maybe partly because of this news that we just got right here, because of an implementation of a strategy designed to grow the business. Imagine that, right? Things like this is what you want to actually understand and know and have the knowledge of before we take off, right? Because stuff like this, most people don't have a clue about this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? Jim Cramer, when he says he likes BNGO or all these other YouTubers, right? No disrespect to them, but 99% they don't even check the job listings, my friends. We know about there's nanonozzle evidence of product launch responsibility in one of these before that we have found on the channel, right? And I have that video up, and you can find that. I think it's in the Must Know BNGO information playlist. That's the digging that we have done that ensures and confirms the fact that the company has gotten exponentially better, and the stock price keeps going down. And that is a key reason why I'm continuing to hodl. Simple as it gets. 591 right now, 15 minutes till the close. I personally feel that we are further along than they led us to believe. They've hired so many people so many people in the last 3 months, what are they working on? I know exactly, my friend. That's why I'm so excited. Business expansion, my friends. FDA approval, CLI Labs, Sapphire 2.0 release maybe sooner in 2023. Nanorousel commercial release. These are all things, or acquisition as well. All, lineage and expansion, lineage and product invention and enhancement, improvement, innovation. These are the things that they're probably going to be hopefully working on, at least some of them, right? I mean, I think it's very logical to assume that 1 or 2, maybe 3 of those things I just mentioned are happening as we speak. And these are the things that will make us outperform everything else in the market. I mean, this is why. Also, speaking of the market, I'm glad I remember this. Another great fact and another very promising thing. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Stop price today doesn't really matter, but short term, maybe it could, right? We have like 5,000 decliners today. I think 4,000 or 5,000 decliners and only like 1,500 advancers today in the market in the United States right now today. So the fact that we're green, beautiful. Rotation back into high growth, rotation back into BNGO and outperform. Hopefully BNGO starts uncorrelating and untethering itself to the broader markets and starts outperforming these two shitheads right here. Not really. Okay, I don't have anything against these guys, but I just you guys know my spiel there. I'll spare you it again. I don't want to say it again. All right, I remember hearing about that. I saw them in my hometown like 2 days ago. Before that, what? Oh, Bear Grylls. I like you doing live every day, man. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Thomas. That means a lot. Take a look at UAVS. I think they will replace traditional helicopters. If BNGO doesn't reach the revenue expectations, I'm not watching you no more and selling BNGO. My friend, I hope you don't have that expectation because you're setting yourself up for failure. If you think BNGO is going to for sure hit these revenue estimates, and these aren't even mine, these are Ragnaros's, but I actually think these are kind of conservative. That's my opinion, though. Maybe not this year's, but I think down the line, especially these ones, once we get in these the later 2020s, later closer to 2030. They're pretty conservative, I think, in my opinion. Anyways, you need to freaking have realistic expectations, my friend. I'm gonna be wrong plenty of times. If you haven't been watching the channel for long and think I'm a genius because I bought the dip today, okay, you're just watch the videos, any video from this month. I mean, I've been wrong so many times this month, short-term predictions. So please make your own investing decisions and do what you got to do. Don't do what I'm doing unless that's what your decision leads you to do, please. And right now we are cooling down. It looks like not anything else is really cooling down. It looks like BNGO is just having some profit take. Okay, AMC is going down with us. Mara's going down with us. Interesting. Are we moving? Is our chart AMC's today? No, not really. Kind of. Our chart is kind of similar to AMC. Similar. Definitely similar. Push at the open, consolidation, then running up a little bit. That's what we had. That's what we had for a while. And then, yeah, right now we're kind of cooling down right now. Brandon, what was your low estimate for revenue again, Q2? All right, hey, you guys are writing these down like being ready to say, Brandon, you were way off. All right, hey, remember, I can still be wrong on these. And these, I'm not saying there's a 100% chance we hit one of these numbers, right? I say right here, I could be way off. Could be way off, my friends. But my bear case, this is my bear case. All right, 3.5 million, which you may be wondering, like, holy crap, Baron, that's extremely bullish because 3.5 million, if I remember correct, that's the consensus from Wall Street right now. Yes, it is. That is the consensus for Wall Street, and based on these numbers, one may think Brandon thinks we're gonna beat it for sure, essentially, or at least match it. Like, Brandon thinks there's no chance we're gonna miss. No, there's absolutely a chance we can miss. I mean, that absolutely a realistic one, but based on our evidence, based on the data that we're getting, there's a very low chance of us missing that. And the reason is because we already know about 5 of these that are for sure guaranteed. And the fact that, we've got so many other ones that we know about as far as Sapphire sales or rental agreements, the fact that we know about so many just gives such a high chance for some of those other ones to be real. And why this matters is because we never get this stuff before earnings. We've never had 13 Sapphire sales that we know about happening in a quarter before that quarterly earnings report comes out. Never in the history of BNGO. Good luck fine. Okay, no, it's never happened. So this is why I think there's a fair chance of these revenue estimates. And yes, there's a chance that some of these are from the backlogs. Yes, there's a chance that some of these are rental agreements. I don't care. Some of them are, some of them, we don't know for sure. The fact is, the higher this number is of sales that we know right now, the higher this is, right? If this were 30 Sapphire sales, right? That would give us an even higher chance of making an awesome revenue number for Q2. Right now it's 13, which is higher than ever before. So, technically there's a chance that, technically speaking, technically speaking, almost all of those could be backlog orders, right? I mean, essentially, there's a 0%. There's like a 0% chance of that. There's basically a 0% chance of that. But technically speaking, you just don't know. Anyways, by the way, where's my freaking? Did anyone end up getting one of those Fellowship of the Sapphire hoodies? Let me see if anyone got one of those. This is probably a bad time. I should probably do that at the end of the stream. Right now, we're getting a bullish engulf in Canada, though, hopefully. Let me check this real quick. Let me see this. 589 right now. We mooning tomorrow. BNGO did good on a very bad market day. Yeah, it did. Brandon, keep on trucking and staying auspicious. Oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Where can we find them? Those will be in the description. They should, yeah, they'll be in the description. And the link should work. Yes. Yes, sir. Let me make sure it's in the description. Let me make sure. Yes, it's there. Yeah, it's there, my friends. How are my fellow apes? Mark, welcome back. Are you bullish today, my friend? It seems they always tweet a Sapphire sale. Maybe they are not tweeting all of them. No, of course they're not. No. And that's a great point. And that's an amazing point, my friend. I'm glad you brought that up because the fact is, never in the history of earnings for pretty much any company ever in the world at any time, ever in the history, has posted all of their sales for a quarter before it happened. So the fact that we already know about a higher number of sales right now, if they're all real and happened during quarter two, and the dates of all of these, I assure you, are during quarter two, yet we don't know for sure if some of these are rental agreements or installations from prior quarters. Very low likelihood of the latter of those, small likelihood for the first one, I would say. But nonetheless, there's a high chance. I mean, there's like there is a 100% chance essentially, right? I mean, I guess technically speaking, if you want to be very objective, 99% chance, 99.99% chance that there's sales in quarter two that we have no idea about. And the fact that we already know about 5 of them for sure and 8 other likely ones, that tells you all you need to know for the quarter two earnings. Simple as it gets. All right. My Tesla is named Sapphire, bought from BNGO products back in January. Congratulations, apes. Looks like market already priced BNGO and won't go low. Now we need to wait for green days and see if this moves up or down. All right. Who averaged down or bought in for the first time before the bounce? Less LFG. I know. I wish I bought more than 15 shares on the dip this morning, but I did get in at 541. I timed the dip. I was off by 2 cents on the dip. I want a as simple as it gets hoodie. Oh, man. I can do that. I can do that real quick. I can do that very, very fast. I can probably list that up in 5 minutes. Check short charts. Some Yahoo on Yahoo says it's dropped to 13% from 22%. No, false. False information. Absolutely false. No, not a chance. Not a chance. Yeah, no. The short interest is 20% of the float. 52 million short shares, or shares that have been sold short, I should say. I'm on vacation today, Brandon. Today made my trip even better. Thanks, Brandon. Keep at it. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. Crazy Cat, you're a freaking legend. BNGO saving my account today, getting absolutely shilled, trying to short Moderna. Could have had worse timing. You shorted the Moderna? I heard that one was doing well. I slept too long this morning. Yeah, well, it wasn't. Well, that's probably good for you, right? A lot of us nearly had a heart attack this morning. Dude, the pre-market was freaking death. We're down like 6% at lows, man. Jeez. I mean, it was a great buying opportunity. I mean, okay, a lot of us, including myself, not to brag, right? Oh, God, here we go again. I'm bragging again. Even though I'm literally in the red right now. My average cost is right there. I'm in the red. Still, I find a way to brag. Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, I did have 15 shares today. I wish I added more. But a lot of you, somebody added base positive, I think it was. Somebody said they added 500 shares in the pre-market. That's a freaking legend right there, man. Freaking legend. 5 minutes to the close. Yeah, short interest is still looking at about 20%. Absolutely. Yeah. We were hoping we were going to close the day at $6, but hey, we can't complain. We're green on a day where it's like 4,000 decliners, man. The market's getting annihilated. High growth's getting annihilated. We've got good news today. Of course, price doesn't care about that. Price, the stock has a mind of its own, but still, you can't complain. Brandon, what are your thoughts on the big-ass flag that's formed on the daily? Think we'll bounce up to the mid-sixes before we squeeze into the corner of the flag? Oh, you're talking about the symmetrical triangle here? I wouldn't call this a flag at all. I would call it a symmetrical triangle. But what do I think about it? It's hard to call it a symmetrical triangle, to be honest with you, though, because we only have 2 validations. And it's, you know, we have 3 validations to the top one, but the chart pattern keeps changing for BNGO. We'll see. You know, I think I don't really think the chart pattern. I think this is what I think. All right, we got a bullish setup. We got a more bullish setup right now than most other high growth stocks. But at the end of the day, high growth has to give us the chance to do well. That's the only way we will. Only way we will. Essentially, not the only way, but most likely, right? Most likely. And here we go. Last 5-minute candle on the day. Here we go. Do you know who the stock guy is on Twitch? BNGO was his play of the day in the morning. Probably why we had a decent floor. Interesting. No, I don't know who that is, but that sounds cool. I bought 500 shares when I did wake up. That's awesome. How are you feeling about Mora? Any going into Bitcoin conference with Elon? I don't really know much about that, my friend. I haven't been following Bitcoin at all in a while, but I wish I was. But I think that Mora is interesting. That's what I think. He usually has around 10K viewers, biggest stock streamer by far. Wow, okay. Well, he kicks my ass, doesn't he? 2% of the group now, 590. It certainly would be nice to close above 590. Starting the week off nice. Hopefully we can get a freaking nice weekly. Wouldn't it be nice to get a bullish engulfing weekly candle? Wouldn't that be nice? To close the week up about mid sixes. That'd be nice. That'd be really sweet. He bought a couple thousand shares, and usually most of his viewers shadow trade him. That's crazy. The power of shadow trading is insane, man. That's insanity. Oh my gosh, UVXY. UVXY is crazy. It's still bittersweet when I look at that because I sold half my shares. I already took profit on half of it, and it's up like 30% in like a week. Wait for Bitcoin to drop below 30K before buying crypto miners. The price action seems like we will break down. Yeah, it does. Yeah, the Bitcoin chart does. The head and shoulders is pretty. Yeah, it does look like it's gonna break, but I just, you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say what's gonna happen with Bitcoin, but. If you want to know more about lovely Mora, Zip Trader's your friend. Yeah, I know. Zip Trader is one of the few YouTubers that I actually respect a little bit because he's actually here every single day. Unlike most YouTubers just freaking pick when they're coming, when they're not. Oh, man. You should check out Annie. I call that Annie. A-N-Y. First carbon negative Bitcoin miner. Merger coming soon. Interesting. I bet Elon likes that. 589. We got 2 minutes of the close here. If anyone's just getting in right now, the news is pretty good. We got a new lineage in essentially growth plan indicated by responsibility in a listing here, and we'll go over it. Oh, Crazy Cat, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. $10, my friend. I appreciate that. You're awesome. You're legendary, my friend. But what do you call it? Yeah, new business plan for lineage in our subsidiary. Through a job listing. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. And we're going to go over that here in a second, with also the short interest and the actual the study that came out today / the results and the proving the Sapphire's worth over the other methods as well. Keenan Grace is on YouTube, and he's a BNGO holder. Is he? Is Chris Sane bullish on BNGO still? Chris Sane, Keenan Grace. Who else? Who else is bullish on BNGO? Richard Allen? Richard Allen comes, yeah, Richard Allen, he's one of the ones that comes up and does a BNGO video randomly when we're up like 20% when everyone loves it. But no disrespect to the guy, but that gets on my nerves, to be honest with you. I'm sure my big-ass forehead gets on your nerves as well, so we're even. But I have a big-ass forehead. Richard Allen, he makes videos only on green days, right? So we're even, I guess. 591, yes. Stay there, yes. Yes, we closed at 591, let's go. Let's go. Look at all those buys coming in at the close right before. That's beautiful. Oh, no. Come on. We closed at 590. Bro, what is that? What is that sorcery? We closed at 590. We were at 591. Whoa, man. That is bull. That is bull. It's because there were so many. Oh, my God. Look at this. We got a ton of buying right before the close, and then right on the close, we got, what do we get? 50,000? Ish, maybe no, more like 100,000. More like 100 and 120,000 shares sold at the close at 590. Yeah, but what the heck is this? Microvision, boom, and some event just happened, something just dropped. Whoa. We'll have to keep our eye on that for a second, but oh my gosh, that looks beautiful. Anyways, Anyways, yeah, so for the news today, before everybody leaves, you can just watch the video tonight if you want. Feel free to click off, right? The market just closed. But general manager listing from the 1 day ago, this is Salt Lake City, Utah. This is Lineage's headquarters. If you go down here, ensure the creation and implementation of a strategy designed to grow the business, right? And my whole point is that, well, if this Lineage and CAGR is going to be higher than 40%, I mean, screw the Sapphire sales, okay? That's a huge part of our revenue, right? I mean, look at the revenue, okay? $3.5 million. That's almost more than our product sales. Do you know how much that could compensate and help us if we were to get one bad year? Or even if we're not going to get one bad year, do you know how much quickly we would be profitable if this is going to increase significantly because of the news that we're getting today? That'd be astonishing. Also, $20,000 in revenue. That's what we got today from the 40. That's my math. Okay, feel free to do your own math and figure it out. Right, that's the average per genome fee, to my understanding. That BIOL chart is, and this is just, I just wanted to put it into perspective how much money we're actually getting on a daily basis, essentially, from studies like these that are analyzing and doing relatively high volume or decent volume. That's what we're getting. And in the news today, here you go. Nothing to say here. Another assay by the Leuven Hospital. So, and, you know, they prove, and well, there is something to say here. I'll talk about this earlier. I'll talk about this later with the Simon Barnett thing, maybe. But the lower cost per sample, and basically what you want to know is that the Sapphire is better than everything else at what it does, right? OGM benefits, everything, okay? If you are better in accuracy and success and turnaround and practicality, and you're cheaper, you're better. There's nothing more important than quality and price when you're looking for a product, right? You want something that does the job, but it's also super cheap. We're both of those compared to other methods. Simple as it gets. And this study validates that more. That's the news for today. And with that being said, we'll get out of here. Last minute questions, we'll get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Feel free to click off right now. We're going to take last minute questions, anything you want to ask, and then we're out. Chris Sane put a stop loss on BNGO at $6. What the hell? Saul finished well with fear today. Just grabbed a few UVSY puts. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It could do very well. Yeah, you typically when UVSY, typically when it goes up a ton, typically when it goes up like it just did today, boom, it goes way back down. So I will be thinking about when to sell this very carefully today and the next few weeks. Also, some of it is just for, so I'm going to keep a few shares for sure, just because I'm very scared about the damn markets. And I have been for a while. And it's about time I put my money where my mouth is. Or, okay, you don't, if you want to be, let me be clear on that though. I'm not super bearish. Another way to hedge your bets is just to have buying power. Another way that I'm doing is UVSY. Anyways, we're waiting till last 2 minutes. Last minute to announce earnings dates. That's what we did last time as well. I know, Steven, that's funny. We did the exact same thing last time. We waited till the exact last second to announce earnings, yeah. I want a as simple as it gets hoodie. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. You know what? Well, I'll start designing right now. I'll get it up so I don't forget. I'll do that right after, and it'll be ready. It'll be ready today if it updates. Today or tomorrow, it'll be up and running. All right. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much, man. No questions. So, all right, let's get out of here. Thank y'all so much. There's the portfolio. We closed the day right below my cost average. That's funny. Anyways, that being said, Rips Lips, what's up, my friend? What's up, my friend? When is earnings? Mid-August. That's when it's going to be. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, two Jasons. Jason Smith, Jason Ask. Thank you so much, my friends. Vic's up big today, I know, right? With that being said, thank you so much, man. No, the symbol as it gets hoodie is mine. Don't you just love how the CDC stopped tracking COVID infections and now only tracks serious cases to try and help Biden? Woo, baby. All right, with that being said, thank you so much. It's not finished, boys. I'll see you all in the next one.